This world was designed by God to thrive under the leadership of strong men who lead in obedience to God's Word. Hello, everybody. Wild Bill for America here, and now that I've pulled the pin on the feminist hand grenade, let's get into it. Shortly after God created the heavens and the earth, He instituted three areas of government. First, the family. Second, the church. And third, the civil government. In each of those areas, God gave specific instructions for the success of each one. And one of those instructions was that the leadership roles were to be filled by faithful men who would lead with strength, dignity, and fairness. I truly believe that one reason the USA is in a mess is because we, the people, have chosen to ignore God's clear instructions. My friend, Pastor Cochise, just come out with his new book, God's Men, where he does an excellent job of making the case for strong male leadership as a key to restoring American families and this nation. My testimony is in the book, so if you guys want to know why I am the way I am, well, buy the book. Now, if you remember back in the 60s when the left launched their all-out assault on traditional values, one of their primary targets was male leadership. The women's liberation movement was a viciously hateful attack on everything manly, including men showing common courtesy to a lady. Open the door for a 60s-style feminist and she would probably spit in your face. Hollywood replaced television shows that had strong father figures with shows that portrayed men as being clownish buffoons or as mean-spirited abusers. There was a huge push to replace men with women at every level of society. Teachers in the modern public education system are almost entirely female. The token male teachers are usually hired by a female selection board and often supervised by a female principal. Needless to say, strong male role models have been pretty much stomped out of our education system, leaving little boys with no one who is qualified to show them how to grow into men of excellence. Boys who act like boys are ridiculed, humiliated, and often drugged against the wishes of the parents. No wonder the USA has a gender identity problem. And frankly, anyone who doesn't know that there are only two genders permanently assigned in the womb should never be allowed near American children. Now, probably the most brazen violation of God's leadership rules has been in the modern Christian church. The Bible is crystal clear that church leadership is to be male. But the feminists, in their desire to overthrow everything male, invaded the churches and pushed for female leaders to replace the men. God will not bless a disobedient church, and the major denominations that cave to feminist demands are now so far off base morally, ethically, and theologically that many of them could be sued for fraud just for calling themselves Christian churches. Now, this rebellion against God's gender roles has done tremendous harm to the American people. And now, for all you vipers out there, both male and female, who howl that Wild Bill hates all women and wants them beaten into submission, stick it in your ear. I'm not going to play your silly games. Here's a Wild Bill bullet of truth for the men and women of America. You were designed by God to fulfill a specific role in your life, and you will never know contentment until you walk the path that God intends for you to walk. We have a lot of men in this nation who are fully prepared to take on any terrorist who comes against them. But do those men have the courage to try to take back leadership from the feminists? That's a good question. Now, if you believe this message, then I want you to do two things. Buy Cochise's new book, and please consider joining us at www.outlawschapel.com. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.